The Niners are 1-3 at home. Today, someone asked Kyle Shanahan during his press conference, has it been tough playing at home without the fans? Remember, they were going to open up the Levi's and have some fans, and Santa Clara said, no way, Jose, and the Niners are upset about that. Sorry. So Shanahan said, yeah, it's been really tough playing at home without the fans because the fans give them all this energy, and they fed off the fans last year, and how do you expect them to be dominant at home? Blah, 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 blah. I don't want to hear it. The Niners are not the only team that has to play in front of a fanless field. That's the lamest excuse I've ever heard for the Niners starting 0-3 at home. It would have helped to have fans, but you're dealing with something that other teams are dealing with too, and you're going against another team that doesn't have home field advantage. You lost at home to the Eagles, the Cardinals, and Dolphins. It's not because the fans weren't there. It's because you guys weren't prepared for the season. You may have gotten it by now. Maybe it took you 5 weeks to get your stuff together, but it wasn't Jimmy and Gilroy's fault. It wasn't the Santa Clara City Council's fault. It wasn't COVID-19's fault. Own it that you guys didn't play well. I don't like, because last week they did such a good job of like owning it and be like, you know what? It was unacceptable that we lost to the Dolphins and we got to be better. And now they're back to like, well, we're coming back and it's hard and without the fans. Nah, man. I don't want to hear those excuses. Every team has excuses. So that was discouraging today to hear him talk about that. I mean, clearly the Niners are trying to put pressure on the NFL and Santa Clara to get them to get fans back in the stands. And if fans were to come back, it would be a boost for when they have their next home games. But I just don't want to hear that excuse ever again. It sounds so weak to me. The Niners, every team had unique circumstances this year, and some teams dealt with it better than others. The Niners dealt with it very poorly, but the season isn't over. They're back in it 3-3. If they follow the directions that I laid out, me and anonymous coach, they're going to win. They're going to win. Would they win 24-16? They'll win 23-17, 20-17 if they follow what I said. But sometimes it's hard to tell if they're going to follow what I said. Ask for a bottle of cab instead of a nickel. Yeah, a bottle of cab is worth a little bit more than a nickel. You are like the dad of the 49ers. I am. I'm like the dad of the 49ers. I'm gonna leave now. I'm gonna stop there. But I want you guys to think about what I said about Pettis and Garoppolo, because I have been the most critical person in the media of those two. And I almost feel bad about it. I almost feel like I let Shanahan get in my head and say, go for it. And Dante Pettis, I mean, he's still young. He could bounce back. What's the point of ridiculing Dante Pettis? And Kyle, shouldn't you have his back? I mean, his issue is mental. Can't you pump him up? Can't you find a way to give him the CJ Beathard treatment? I mean, Dante Pettis has earned more, showed more. If anyone deserves the CJ Beathard treatment, it's Dante. And also Jimmy, man. Like, I can't imagine what Jimmy's gone through. He gets traded to the Niners. He plays well. He gets a contract. And then everything he hears since then is, gee, he's not as good as when you're really fun. He's not as good. It's like, well, then why'd you trade for me? What have I done wrong? I've come here. I've been the face of the franchise. I never complain. I smile. I do charity. Why am I the problem? Just send me back to New England then, baby. Fine, if I'm not good enough. So I'm trying to make a pledge to be less critical of those two guys, just to spite Kyle Shanahan. Kyle, I'm bringing it to you because you deserve it. You're the head coach. You should be the human shield protecting the players on your team who need the protection, and it's Dante and Jimmy. Think about that. Pass the ball to Ross Dwelly right now, or we're going to have issues. Kyle.